Hey, Taurus. Welcome to your June reading here on Zero's Journey. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before. And if you are here from the old channel, extra hi, hey, and hello. Very excited to read for you this month, Taurus. So I spend some time before I turn on the camera here, meditating, praying, getting with your people, doing a bit of a pre-shuffle. And you had some beautiful cards jumping out. 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. Looks like something refreshing, something reassuring, something quite romantic for some of you is coming this way. We love to see it. So let's ask Spirit. Spirit, what's coming up for Taurus in the month of June? Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus rising and dominant folks. Cards are jumping, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know this month? Their highest good. The month of June 2021, Spirit. What's coming up for Taurus? Taurus Sun, Moon, rising and dominant folks. What do they need to know for their highest good? Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus rising and dominant folks. Spirit. What do they need to know about where they are, where they've been, and what they need to know to move forward in the most joyful, graceful, easeful way possible this month. In June 2021, Spirit, what's the story for Taurus? What's the story for Taurus? Perfect. Okay. Taurus. Beautiful. Start with that Pentacles energy. There it is. And you heard me shuffling, sitting here shuffling, but we knew when Spirit has a message, they have got a message. Okay. I'm hearing make yourself clear, Taurus, and really think it through. Really think it through. Wow. Okay, listen, I'm saying think it through, but I'm also feeling, Taurus, that you might be moving uncharacteristically quickly in June, and it looks like a good thing. It looks like being able to trust your instincts, even if it means moving quickly, which I don't have to tell you, Taurus, that moving fast is neither your preference nor your specialty, but moving well, moving gracefully, moving effectively, those things are definitely under your purview. We open the month here with you making small, effective adjustments and judgments is also what Spirit is saying. So we're talking about pentacles. We're talking about moving your money, moving your skills, paying certain things, balancing the budget, paying down debts. I'm hearing all of these things. And remember, of course, Taurus, these are general readings, so I'm getting a lot of different messages from Spirit. If you ever want a personal reading, that info is in the description. But I'm hearing, so whether you're the one balancing your budget, whether you have just started a savings account, or just, this is what I'm hearing, all these different things, signed LL papers to become an LLC. I've filed, I'm good, it's official. I'm feeling like you are making the right moves this month, Taurus, to open up the floodgates. And so I'm hearing that some of you are already making these moves, and I'm hearing for some of you, this is the encouragement, this is the message that Spirit wants to give you, is make those small adjustments. You don't have to make big, crazy, I need to quit my job, or I need to move to this different city in order for my life to change. This is an eclipse season. Things can come through the gate between now and June 10th faster and more strangely, and through back doors, gates we didn't even know that we had. So it's about not so much expect the unexpected, but summon the unexpected. Spirit is saying summon the unexpected by creating room in your life. So again, 2 of Pentacles. Maybe I want to stop using this service so that I can put that $10, $15, $20, $25 over here toward this service. Maybe I want to stop using Netflix and start using Skillshare or whatever. Or maybe I'm gonna quit getting this third and fourth and fifth streaming service, and I'm gonna get a meal kit service because I never have time to cook for myself, or etc. And creating space to live life differently. You feel me? I feel like you're thinking very clearly, very, very clearly. Crowning your reading appropriately is the King of Swords. Now, you can be anywhere on the gender spectrum. Coming through as a king says that you are managing your thoughts, your words, your communications. So thinking very logically, very strategically, and yet thinking logically and strategically it's not mutually exclusive from knowing and trusting your instincts, from moving from that, your unconscious wisdom is what Spirit is talking about. So some of you all, if any of you have Aries placements, you know, Aries rising, Aries moon, Aries sun, and you're watching a Taurus moon video or whatever, you might want to go check out the Aries video because I'm getting a little bit of crossover messaging here. But what I'm hearing is, if you know where your impulses and needs come from, you can go about getting your needs met in a better, smarter, more healthy, more effective way. Not because you haven't been getting them done in an effective or healthy or happy way. Spirit just wants you to feel better. Have more. Be happier. I feel like you want to start something new and it's like ending one thing to start something new, and you are in your power. Taurus. The Hierophant is the Taurus card in the tarot. It means that you are quintessentially yourself right now. The way you're putting things in order, the way you are going slow and steady, the way, you know, the Hierophant is very into steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. We don't cut corners, we don't skip steps, we don't do that shit here. We go by the book here. We go by the rules. But Spirit is saying that you are changing your rules. 2 of Pentacles. You are shifting the rules around. You're still very much in control, but I feel like you want a little bit more freedom. So some of you all might be calling something off where it's like, I'm not going to be working in the same way anymore. I want to work, be a digital nomad. I want to be able to work from over here and from over there and from this place too. For some of you, it's like, I want less responsibility. And therefore, like, I would rather, this is what I'm hearing very specifically, is like, I'd rather take this little pay cut and have a lot less responsibility than accept this weighty salary, but like, y'all, I'm chained to y'all for the rest of my life. You feel me? Your freedom and your ability to lead your own life, king. Lead your own life, make your own choices, manage your own time and skills and etc. Really important. Something new is approaching. Like, listen, we'll talk more about where each of these landed, but suffice it to say that when you get 3 out of the 4 aces that are in the deck in one reading, Spirit is trying to usher in a new era for you. Ace of Cups crossing your reading, saying, emotionally speaking, it'll bowl you over. It'll be overwhelming. It's being washed with this wave of like forgiveness or joy or inspiration. And where you find yourself is Ace of Pentacles, planting something new. New idea, new stream of income, new business, new resource that you want to put to the best possible use. Now, I'll say this, Taurus, it feels kind of like maybe for some of you there could even be something like a gift of money comes in. Somebody sends you money, or you get some kind of inheritance, or you get this offer like, hey, do you want to get involved in this thing? Do you want to start this thing with me or be a part of this thing? If you like this new opportunity or this new stream of income or whatever this potential is, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles is like a seed. We have to water it, we have to feed it, we have to care for it, nurture it, make sure it's okay day after day after day. And ultimately, over time, it will put down roots and it will come out of the ground and branch out and start to bear fruit, right? But in the meantime, it requires our slow, steady effort, which Taurus things. So if anybody can be trusted to make an Ace of Pentacles into a whole ass grove of Pentacles, a whole orchard of Pentacles, it's you. Inspiration is available. This is showing up in the potential position. And Spirit is saying that the having the room for that spark. Ace of Wands is the Ace of Fire, right? What does fire need in order to grow? It needs air. It needs space. It needs room. If we put, a top on a jar and we had a little flame going in it, it'll go out very quickly. It needs space. It feels like you need to be drawing lines. You might upset some people, is what I'm hearing. And I'm not feeling anything dire around that. I just mean that some people might feel a little hurt or a little offended or a little cut off because you say like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. I'm not going to be a member of this board anymore, or I'm leaving this group because I just don't have the time for that. I'm going to be putting my time into this other thing over here. I feel like cut the strings. If they don't apply to you anymore, if you do your King of Swords, thoughtful inventory of, again, your urges, your impulses, your habits, and you recognize places where it's like, I'm giving away my energy over here, and I could really be getting a lot more out of putting more devotion and time and energy over on this. Cut it out. Cut it off. If there's a human being that is taking up all of your bandwidth and you find yourself not inspired and not excited about what's coming next, that might be the person that you need to cut off, because Spirit is saying like you need more breathing room, you need more space in your life. So draw boundaries. There are people around you who are great allies. I love this. You came through as a King of Swords and you've got this King of Cups sitting in the energy around you. A fellow king, but a very different king. Air and water, cups and swords, two very different elements, two very different ways of handling things. King of Swords is kind of cut and dry. Straightforward, honest, ton of integrity, ton of honor, but can be a little bit sharp, right? Can be a little bit like, well, that's cute with your feelings and everything, but here's what really needs to happen. King of Cups is almost the opposite. And yet, these two get along well together because kings, again, has nothing to do with gender and everything to do with personality type. Kings don't feel diminished or threatened by other kings. You know what I'm saying? So just because we see things differently or handle things differently, we can totally be kings next to each other and enjoying the hell out of each other. And that's what I'm hearing. And Taurus is only seeking kings. Like, I don't hang out with people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. I hang out with kings. And the King of Cups is the king of emotions, the king of healing, the king of intuition, the king of essentially like a psychologist, someone who can be with you, offer you compassion, offer you empathy, but from a safe distance, from a place like this person, Spirit is saying, has really good emotional boundaries, where it's like, I can be there for you, I can listen to your story, I can offer you empathy and compassion, and like a good psychologist, it's like, what good would it serve you for both of us to be melted down in tears about what's happening to you, right? If you're melted down in tears about what's happening to you, then you need this King of Cups over here to be like a strong, helpful, supportive, receptive presence, right? So there's like a certain amount of space and healthy distance that this person has from their emotions that makes them better able to help you deal with yours. So this person could be very helpful sorting through that Ace of Cups feeling in your life, or for some of you, this person could represent the Ace of Cups bearer themselves. Like, oh, hello, new relationship. Oh, hello, new potential partner or coworker or friend. We think very differently, but I love how powerful you are and how much you know yourself, because I love how powerful I am and how much I know myself. You feel me? Kings recognize kings. That's what Spirit just said. That's funny. Spirit, be funny. Cut something off. Take the lead. When you know your impulses, act accordingly. Act according to your higher instincts and impulses, is what Spirit is saying with that King of Swords hovering over the moon. If you know why you want the things you want, it's easier to get the things that you want. And the ultimate, the key, the conclusion, though nothing is concluded, we are in an eternal cycle, but the key, the outcome, the headline, we'll say, of your June, the world. Now, like I said, you have 3 out of 4 fucking aces in this reading. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. this figure is protected, surrounded by all 4 elements of the zodiac. The 4 fixed signs. Here's your sign, Taurus. Here's Leo. There's Scorpio up in the corner, Aquarius in the other. Protected, safe, and hitting their motherfucking stride. This is you reaching a sense of completion, reaching a sense of understanding, like, oh, it's like so big picture that you can see exactly how you got here and why. Like, oh, right, so I fell into that trap with that for 2 years, and then when this happened, that got me over here, and really I couldn't have gotten over here if I hadn't gone through that. So, as I go through this internal inventory, as I dive deep, as I go deeper and deeper into my psychic basement, my spiritual basement, I raise my spiritual ceiling. So the deeper you go, the higher you can get. Okay, Taurus? The deeper you go, the higher you can get. The further, the more mastery, the more sense of knowing, like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and feeling that, feeling like, this is what I want. So glad I made the changes I needed to make. So glad I cut off the people and things that really weren't suited to my current evolution, because now I'm free to be above. Little changes have big results this week. This week. Hello, I'm still with the weekly readings. This month, Taurus. It's a beautiful month. It looks very fruitful. Please, 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 as much as you know and enjoy being right where you are and knowing exactly how everything goes and being in routine, new things hold a ton of promise for you and a ton of revelations. It looks beautiful. I hope that is helpful, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. If you want to hang out some more, there are several links in the description to do that. I've got a Discord with public and private rooms. I've got a Patreon where you can get daily readings and other stuff. Check them out if you want to do more. And if I don't see you in next Sunday's vlog, then I will see you in your July reading. Bye, Taurus.